Please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Coach Jarred Merrill.
Thank you, Doctor. Cobras, I'm happy that you're here. We only got, how many people? Maybe 14 or so. You guys kind of look sleepy a little bit. Do I need to wake y'all up? Cobras, wake up, wake up, wake up. This is graduation. Come on, guys. Now, I've got 40 minutes of time here. Parents, you guys as well, you guys sitting there on your phones, etc. I've got 40 minutes to use. So our word of the day is adversity. Parents, graduates, all together on the count of 3. We're going to scream adversity as loud as we can, or I'm going to use every bit of this 40 minutes now. Trust me. I know everybody's ready to get home or go eat. Parents, graduates, young lady, all you guys, all right? On the count of 3, adversity. 1, 2, 3. Nope, not good enough. We're at 35 minutes, Doctor. You give me that time. All right. One more time, please. I need some juice. I'm a basketball coach, a player. Juice matters. Have a little juice. Okay? Come on now. There you go right there. That's we got to get her on the cheerleading squad. All right? We can't have about 5 people at our games anyway. All right? We need juice. Juice matters. It matters in life. Again, adversity, please. We're at 35 minutes now. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Adversity. All right. So we're 5 to 10 minutes, and I'll be on out of your hair. All right. All right. Coker graduates, I want to congratulate you. All right. On a long, hard journey. You've been through many trials and tribulations, and you've made it to the finish line. But the roller coaster is still on the tracks. There are many more great ups and downs that you must be prepared for and to handle in your young life. For all of you, I'm sure it seems like it was just yesterday that your parents were dropping you off at Coker for the first time, and your mom was crying and your dad was smiling inside with excitement that you were finally out of the house and out of his wallet, or so he thought. All right? When we look up the word adversity, right, and you think about looking that word up in the dictionary, you'll see words such as difficulties, misfortune, bad luck, hardships, and setbacks. Life is so full of ups and downs, but the most important thing you can do is when adversity strikes, is to stand up and fight back with great strength and a positive mindset. Dr. Harder spoke to, I guess, a little bit about what happened to me. Played professionally all over the world. Just blessed, to be able to do what I did and travel and meet the people I met and just all the places that God put me in. But, like I told you guys, life is up and it's down, just up and down. And so in 2019, from November the 24th till December the 8th, that was like a stretch of about 2 weeks that was the most difficult time that I'd ever been through. And it still continues today. Every day is a struggle. I still get up. I got a smile on my face. I can't use my left hand currently yet. It's an important word, right? I don't drive yet. My wife brings me to work every day, picks me up. So when we get back at 1 a.m., she's sitting in that parking lot with our kids. She picks me up, takes me home. And so I'll be driving soon. And I love fishing and golfing, but I can't do that yet, right? But it's coming, right? So there's so many setbacks in life. November 24th, I got a call as we were preparing to play some games. The season had already started, obviously. And my grandmother called and said that if I don't get to Abilene, Texas within the next 24 hours, that I wouldn't be able to see my mom. She had ALS. She had been battling this for a couple of years. We knew that it had gotten bad, and it had gotten to the point on those last couple of days where it was like, son, you gotta come home or you won't have a chance to see your mother. So I thank goodness I made it there on time. I got there, and just, she had very labored breathing, where it's the loud breathing. You just know this is not Mom. It's best for her to move on. I was able to, by the blessings of God, to stay with her at that hospital, and I sat there with her the whole night. And I would say about 3:30 in the morning, the breathing kind of started to slow. And so I just turned up her Christian music. I had that going. I turned it up as loud as I could. Obviously not to disturb anyone. And I would say maybe 30 minutes later, that breathing just faded away. And I thought that would be like some kind of really emotional time for me, but it wasn't. I knew her pain was gone. She was done with her adversity and moved on to the next thing. So I dealt with that, got back on a plane, flew here to South Carolina. We went and played Wingate maybe 2 days later and beat them. And it was such a good feeling to be in that locker room, having my players jumping around and excited, because they knew what I had went through. They knew what that adversity was. And to see me through that meant a lot. December the 8th comes around, and we're playing at the College of Charleston. 30 minutes before the game, I start to have a huge headache, preparing in the locker room as I usually do. And I reach to grab a bottle of water, and I can't grab it. It's like it's some kind of force field around it. I eventually end up getting it. My assistant gives it to me. I pour it on top of my head as my head is pounding profusely. And my left side begins to tingle and go numb. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm wondering if anyone is seeing me. Can they see what's going on? It's like a surreal moment. My assistants got help. I guess the difficult thing for me at that time is I had what's called an AVM stroke, something that you're born with. And I've got the scar to see it here. But it was something that I'd had all my life, where I played in Saudi Arabia, Argentina, South Korea, Poland, Luxembourg. I mean, I've been all over the world. So for that stroke, guys, to happen in Charleston, right next to MUSC, which is the best hospital probably in South Carolina. I mean, I would assume. I don't know of any other hospital. I'm not from here. So would that be correct? Maybe. I mean, where else would you want to have a stroke? 10 minutes away from MUSC on December 8th. December 9th was the day we were going to bury my mother. That was her funeral on December 9th. We had a 6 a.m. flight from Charlotte. I was going to play the College of Charleston, drive back home, get my kids, my wife, get them in a car, leave at 2 a.m., and drive to Charlotte to catch our 6 a.m. flight. And adversity that I went through, sometimes you go through things that you don't know why, right? So I could have been on the back roads heading to Charlotte, and my whole family, we could all been on the side of the road in a ditch or, in some lake. Or I could have had my stroke in front of my kids, something like that. That's how I kind of thought of the whole situation was, well, what's the positive piece of this? Sometimes life strikes you and you think about all the bad. Well, why me? Why this? Why that? Think about the positive. There's a positive side. We're going through COVID right now. There's a positive side to that. We're going to come out on the strong end. Don't dwell on the right now, right? Don't dwell on, well, why me? Why this? Why that? We'll move forward, right? And you guys have all done that. I feel upset for you guys because some of you guys missed some of your senior year and things you've had to go through. You're living at home with mom and dad, and sometimes that's not good. Dad's probably got you raking leaves and all that stuff, right? All right. So I just don't dwell on any of that. For me, my recovery, I went to Atlanta. I was there 3 months. I was in a wheelchair and couldn't move. This is February the I would say February the 15th, I was just in a wheelchair. And now I'm standing here today coaching my team. I love fishing. I love to golf. You know, those are things I can't do yet, but I will. So my wife always tells me, but babe, you got to be patient. And I don't, you know, in my profession, nobody has patience. They want to win now, and I want to win now too. But there's a level of patience that comes with not only what happened to me, but what will happen to you in your life going forward with adversity. Your family, your wife, your kids, you got to have patience. You can't just up and quit. There's things that are going to happen. You can't just throw in the towel. Fighting through, okay? Those are the things I want you guys to take from my story, is that you can't just give up. You can't give up. As I look back at what happened, I think the biggest thing I take is that I just tried to truly keep a positive mindset and just not say, hey, why me? That's the biggest thing that I think got me through. Not only that, but my support system. You know, I had Dr. Griffin was there for me in those first couple days the whole time. But there with my kids, and, you know, I'm hooked up to a ventilator. I didn't know that I was ever hooked up to a ventilator until I watched The Sopranos, which is the first time I've ever seen that in this COVID time. So I guess where Tony's hooked up and got the tubes in his mouth. So I was in bad shape, you know. So having a support system, not forgetting where you come from, is very important, guys. Sometimes you move on to the next job or the next this and that. You want to just forget about where you came from, forget about mom and dad and all this. Support your family. Be there for your family. Remind them. Give them their flowers while they're here. Don't wait. Don't wait. Okay? I'll leave you with this. Smile in the face of adversity. Never stop fighting as you continue your journey forward in this roller coaster we call life. Please, please, guys, stay patient. Stay patient. Don't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. Enjoy what's going to happen today. You never know when it's going to be done. I'm just glad to have a second chance and be here talking to you guys. And I could be in a wheelchair, but that I would still be alive. That doesn't make any I mean, who cares? I could have a crutch. I walk with a limp. It's no why me. It's fighting through that adversity and saying, thank you. Well, I'm going to get to the next thing. Patience. Enjoy the day. I tell our players all the time to win the day. You're at the end of you're here, you're graduated. And I think sometimes as adults or young people, it's like you're in middle school and you can't wait to get to high school. And now you're high school, you can't wait to get to college. Now you're in college, now you can't wait to get to this. Right? And now you got a girlfriend, now you can't wait to get married. Now you can't wait to have kids. Now you can't, instead of just enjoying your moment. I'd give up a lot just to be in you guys' situation. Young, no debt, no kid, you know? You guys got it made. You got the whole rest of your life ahead of you. But enjoy today. What can you do today? And when adversity strikes, guys, just please, 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 fight. Smile in the face. Don't say, why me? Okay? Don't say, why me? Most importantly, guys, live every day to the fullest and take nothing for granted. Go Cobras.